look at combining strings. We can now add string variables and also specific string in enclosed inverted commas using plus. We can also use substr to combine certain characters from an existing string variable. We know the purpose of substr is to extract certain characters from a string. So we can also use that if we want to combine certain characters. Um, let's see a general syntax and then look at an example. So say I wanted to generate okay, so say I wanted to generate this new string variable which is equal to string variable 1 plus I wanted to add a specific string to it. So in this case, the specific string I want to add to string variable 1 is a comma. So I basically want in all observations of string variable 1, we have a comma put in the end. So in inverted commas, we have enclosed this comma and we validated to string variable 1. Then I want to add, so now we have string variable 1 plus commas at the end of each of its observations. Now we want to add the observations of string variable 2 at the end of each of the observations of string variable 1, which also have a comma after them. Right, so this will add, right? So what it's doing, it's creating a new string variable where you have string observations of string variable 1 with a comma added with a comma added at the end of each of those observations, and then you have the observations of string variable 2 added after the comma to the observations of string variable 1. And then say you wanted to add another specific string, right? So you would do this, right? So what this has done is this has initially taken observations of string variable 1, added a comma after each of those observations. Then it has added observations of string variable 2 to each of those observations that we originally had, and then it has added the specific string, and then we wanted to add certain characters from this string variable, right? So I didn't want to add the entire observations of the string variable, I wanted to add certain characters of it. So for that, what you can do is, we know we use substr where we specify the string variable we want to apply it on. We want to specify the starting position from where we want to start extracting characters from, and this we know we can specify from the left using a plus sign and from the right using a minus sign. And then we specify the total number of characters we want to extract from the right of the starting position, inclusive of the starting position. More details on in part 1, which is related to substr. So let's look at the specific example. Right, so we have this example, and let's just browse this. This will make more sense. Right, so what we want to do is we want to learn how do we go from user ID to email. Here, although we already have an email variable, let's just see how could we have created one from user ID. So we'll generate a new variable email underscore 1. So we're saying underscore 1 because there's already an email variable, and Stata won't generate a new variable with the same name. So I have one string variable user ID. To user ID, to each of the observations of user ID, I want to add in the end at rvu.edu, right? So I want to add user ID plus the specific string enclosed inverted commas. What this is going to do is to each of the observations of the string variable user ID, it's going to add the specific string at the end of it, right? So see, generate email 1. It has taken each observation of user ID and added this string to it. So we want to create a new variable which stores user ID in the following form, right? Like instead of 26, we have 2026, then we have this dash, then we have 03, then we have dash 0101, right? So we want to change the form in which you're writing a user ID. We think of this as the year in which you emitted, this as your school code, and this as your student number. So what we're going to do is we're going to generate user ID underscore 1, right? So first we have the specific string, right? We know the user ID starts at 26 and we want to add 20, we want 20 in the beginning, right? What we're doing is we start off with 20. So we have the specific string enclosed inverted commas 20, right? Plus now we want to extract certain characters from user ID, right? You want the first two characters of user ID after this. So we're doing plus substr user ID 1 was specified, which basically plus 1 over here means that you want to start from the left from here and you want to extract two characters inclusive of the starting position. So we want to extract 26. Plus we want to add a dash here now, right? And also keep in mind when you're adding string variables together, adding specific string, if you want space, like if you want dash or any comma or anything, you need to specify it, right? Otherwise it's just going to directly add them, right? So here it's just going to directly write after 20 here because I haven't specified a comma, dash or anything, so it's directly going to add just right after 20 the first two characters of user ID without any dash, comma, anything, because we haven't specified it. If you wanted it, you could have specified it. We wanted a dash after 26, right? After 2026. So we're going to add in the inverted commas this dash. Now we want to add to this the next two characters of user ID, right? So I'm going to again do substr user ID. Now I want to start from the third position here, and I want to extract two characters inclusive of this starting position. So we'll do substr user ID, start from the third position from the left, extract two characters, including the starting position. And then you add another dash, and then again you extract now four characters from sub str. So here what I've done is, basically I could have still extracted from the left, but we know in sub str we can specify the starting position from the right to left. If I'd again specified it from the left, I would have specified it as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if from the left, if I wanted to specify the starting position to extract the last four characters, then I would have specified 5, and then I would have specified the number of characters to extract 4, inclusive of the starting position. We could also specify it from the right as 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm saying start from the fourth position from the right and extract 4 characters from it, starting four characters from the right to the starting position includes the starting position, because remember in sub-str the starting position can be specified from the left or the right, but whenever you specify the number of characters to be extracted from, they'll always be extracted from the right to the starting position regardless of how the starting position was specified right to left. So I could have either specified this here as -4 or 5, but the total number of characters I want to extract to the right of it would have remained 4. So let's just generate this and let's see the variable gets created. So here we can see, okay, we first told Stata to take 20, it did. And then we told it to add to this the first two characters from your user ID, right? It has added them. Then we told it to add this dash, right? Then we told it to add this dash, it did add it. And then we told it to add the next two characters from user ID, and it has done that. And then we told it to add the next dash, right? To add the next dash, and then we told it to add the next four characters of user ID, which specifies like the student number, right? So in this way, we've written the user ID in this form. So just keep in mind, in this way, we can combine strings together using the plus sign. Obviously, with numerical variables, when you use the plus sign, it actually adds them up, right? But with string variables, when you use the plus signs, we're just combining them together. It's not going to do addition because it's a string variable, not a numeric variable, right? When numeric variables use the plus sign, you get the observations added up. But with string variables, you can use the plus sign like this to combine string variables together or specific string enclosed in inverted commas, and you can even use sub-str to combine certain characters from a string.